if you have a service-based business in a competitive market, in this video, I'm going to show you how you can run ads in a competitive market. So let's get straight into it because I know you don't got time, but why most ads fail. Generic messaging equals generic leads. So if you're running the same offers as everybody else, if you're doing the same discounts, the same $1,000 off, you're not standing out, you're not cutting through the noise, and nobody's going to go with you or even pay you attention. If the other company that they know is offering the same things and it's a little bit cheaper with the same offers, same warranties, so there's no reason why they should even give you attention. So you want to make sure you stand out. And if you do see an offer or copy that you do like, you want to ask yourself, how can I make this mine? How can I make this make sense for my company? What can we do different? What can we offer that they can't offer? So for roofing example, if you would for roofing, if you only specialize in insurance claims, you could put that angle in your copy, right? It makes you different. But I also want you to remember that competing on price is a losing game. You're not doing anyone a favor. You're not doing the homeowner a favor. You're not doing your company a favor if you're competing on price, because you're not able to provide the best quality and you're not able to get the best tools to even provide the best quality. So in the long run, being the cheapest contractor is not the best look, or it's not even good at all. You're not going to run a profitable company. So you want to make sure that you find ways not to seem the cheapest contractor, but to seem like the best quality and the best go-to roofer, right? So I'm going to make sure most ads blend in with the feed. Key takeaway, being forgettable costs you clients. So most of the ads are being copied by other companies in the same area. Like, you're just running the same ads as everybody else. You're not gonna be unforgettable. Like, people are gonna forget you in 5 seconds. So you want to make sure that you have a message that stands out, like that pizza place, Domino's. I think Domino's, right? That ran an ad where they say if you don't get the pizza in under 20 minutes, it's free or something like that, right? But that made them unforgettable, and like that just made them known, and people knew them for that. So what makes you known? What makes you unforgettable? You want to ask yourself that. That's super important. So what actually works in 2025? Unique value-driven offers and video-based storytelling, because in a video you can tell so much more of your story rather than an image, right? Now you want to have a personalized back-end follow-up. So what do I mean by that? When they fill out the form or survey, you want to go ahead and have a personalized message, something that's not generic, like the simple, hey, thanks for the inquiry, we'll call you soon. Now you want to ask an open-ended question. You want to thank them for trusting you, blah, blah, right? Make it personable, make it different. Now, you want to make sure your funnel and your content all align. So from the organic content, from the blog post, you want to make sure everything makes sense and is congruent to your messaging. So your funnel has to be congruent to your ad as well. Like they have to feel like they're in the right place, because if they question that they clicked the wrong button or they're somewhere they're not they shouldn't be, they're gonna click off and you're gonna lose the lead. So you want to make sure everything is intent focused lead generation, not clickbait. So you want to make sure everything makes sense and it's not some crazy offer that they know you can't fulfill. You want to make sure that the offer is something you could actually fulfill. Now, here I'm going to go over a little bit about the structure of videos. So if you do plan on running video ads, a really good structure is literally just an audience call out with like an interesting hook. Like, where it's say for roofing, it'd be you shingling, or it'd be you throwing water on the roof. Something crazy, right? Something that get attention. Now for the call out, usually what I find works best is the city name and then homeowners after that, right? So for example, LA homeowners, blah, blah, and you go into your selling point. So in the middle, why you, proof, benefits, why should they go with you? The offer, anything related to the offer. So if you're offering something like free gutters, you show videos or you get a testimonial of the testimonial talking about the free gutters that they got, right? And you want videos of you fulfilling that free gutter offer. At the end, scarcity, call to action. You want to make sure that everything you do, everything you run has a direction where you want the lead to go. So you have to make sure you have a call to action. Make sure you have a step that you want them to take. I know you probably think, well, isn't it common knowledge that I just want them to fill out their information? No, you have to do the call to action. You have to say, click learn more. Now, to stand out, you can get drone shots, testimonials, before and after clips, I think it's worth the investment. So if you're in an area, you could just get hired like a local videographer just to get a couple clips, a couple drone shots that you can use in ads. So the 5 second rule is for video ads. You want to make sure you switch angles, insert a pattern break. Keep attention by quick pacing or like punchlines and animated text, right? You want to make sure that your video is engaging, and every couple seconds it re-engages the viewer. Now, so what is the offer formula? So here's a 3-part offer formula. Clarity, what's the offer? You want to make sure the offer is short and it has a name. You want to name it like spring deal or Easter bunny deal. You want to make sure it has a name. It doesn't matter how stupid the name sounds. As long as it has a name, people are going to think that it's not a scam and it's an actual offer, right? And you want to make sure the offer solves a real problem, and you want to make sure it makes sense to what you're selling. So, for example, it wouldn't make sense for you to say, "Oh, with the free roof, you get your cut grass, you get your lawn cut." You know, for example, it wouldn't make sense if you say, "With the new roof, you get your lawn cut as well." So you want to make sure it's something like, "With a new roof, get free gutters." That makes sense. That goes with what you're selling, and you want to make sure it's different. Make it feel exclusive to your brand. So what is something that you can offer that not everybody else is offering or can offer? For example, say you have nice hats. You can say you get a free hat with a new roof. That makes you different. Not everyone else is offering that. So you want to make sure you stand out. Now, let's go into a little bit about the funnel and website. So when you send traffic to a single action, so you want to make sure you send traffic to a single action landing page. And what do I mean by that? So you want the landing page to have one goal, and that goal is to fill in their information. You don't want no other buttons, no other pages that they can go to. You don't want them to get distracted into your About Us page or project page. You know, you want them to know to do one thing, and that's fill in their information. So typically the type of landing page that I run is a logo, headline, survey, and review widget. That's it. Super simple. They can't go anywhere. They have one mission, and that's the survey. They know that. So you can include like, you know, your certifications. So if you're a roofer, you can add the gas certifications and whatnot. But you want to make sure it's not super distracting. Now, the follow-up funnel. Speed matters. 5 minutes or less is crucial for the first contact. So you want to combine SMS and email and a voicemail if they don't answer. You want to keep following up. That's the key. Now, you want to add value. Don't just follow with, "Are you ready?" So again, you don't want to be like everybody else and just have the same generic message. You want to be different. Ask an open-ended question. Ask, "How can we prepare more for the call?" Right? So you want to make sure you stand out in SMS and email follow-up as well. So let's go a little bit into the technical side of Facebook. These days, the Meta Pixel is super smart. Like, it knows your target audience. So these days, most of my campaigns are ran in broad. But the key here is creative. You want to keep testing a bunch of different creatives. For the roofing industry, what I found works best is either the crew smiling, the owner of the roofing company with the client that they just got done working with, a picture of the crew and the homeowner, or just a picture of the crew, like a nice smiley face with thumbs up. Those work just fine. Now, also another thing you can do if you're in a competitive market is you can be a king of just one niche. For example, if you're a roofing company, you can be the king of insurance claims, or you can be the king of commercial or multifamily homes. And if you find a niche that not everybody else is doing or targeting, you want to be the pro in that niche, and you want to go all in and target that. Because if you can't cut through the noise, if everyone else is doing residential, you want to stand out and advertise for commercial. You want to be different, right? So if you now, the final takeaways of this video is be different or be ignored. You want to stand out. You want to cut through the noise. Now, video ads are amazing in 2025, but image ads work just as fine. But if you can get some nice videos, I would recommend spending the time to make those videos. Now you want to make sure you build trust before you sell. Get your reviews up, get your website on point, get your organic content on point. You want to make sure everything builds trust, everything relates to your messaging. Now you want to focus on quality, not quantity. Most companies go wrong where they try to look for these techniques, like people don't waste their time building landing pages or building surveys or asking extra questions to qualify the lead. They want to get whatever they can, whatever lead, and they want to get whatever they can, right? They want to get the lowest cost per lead, but this means you're sacrificing the quality. I mean, you could get a bunch of leads, but most of them won't turn into sales, or they won't even answer your calls, so you would just be wasting money. But if you qualify the lead, you'll get actually ready to buy homeowners and people that will actually turn into sold jobs. So you want to make sure that you have quality over quantity. That is super big in this space. Now, you want to own your space by owning your narrative. So whatever you have decided that makes you stand out, whether that's your veteran owned, family owned, no subcontractors, you want to make sure that you advertise as much as you can, and you put that everywhere. Put that on your social medias, websites, blog posts. You want to make sure that whenever they see your name, it's related to that messaging. So that's basically the end of the video. I hope you guys got some value out of this. See you in the next one.